Where was I? Right. So I think I have a fair amount of revolutionary political ideas that can take us from being having one of the highest qualities of living in the world to being the best country in the world. And I know that sounds like, you know, pretentious and overly... I can't think of the word, but I know it exists in English. We'll go with that. Anyways, so, yeah, I think that I could probably take the country from being just, you know, Canada, whatever, to Canada. Holy fuck, we gotta move here, guys. Because we have a lot of space that no one seems to be using. I don't know if you guys have studied Canadian geography at all, but it's actually pretty ridiculous. I mean, 95% of our population is crowded around the southern border just because, it's cold up there. And down here it's normal. I mean, people talk about how Canada is so icy cold and all that, Cal, but it's not so bad. I don't know, maybe I'm acclimatized to the weather or something? But probably not, because I've been to America, and down in Florida I went there once, and it was actually almost as cold as a Canadian spring during the winter, so like, I don't know. But I remember one time I convinced a buddy of mine in America, yeah, just temporarily, I don't have to take this all the time. Like I said, I'm right, but I convinced him that Canada, we have to build our houses on stilts, because when the spring floodwaters come, they just completely submerge. And he kind of like half believed it, and then I set him straight. You know, I still thought that was kind of funny, that someone would even half believe that. Oh yeah, if you're my buddy who I convinced that, sorry to make fun of you like this, but you're probably not watching, because this LP sucks. All the ass in the world. All the ass in the world. It's not even funny, it's a little bit gross, actually. It's just like, you know, squirrels and people and snakes and scorpions and mice and what isn't a rodent or a lizard? Birds, you know, that kind of stuff. Oh right. So, haha, die, Mr. Guy. Alright. Sometimes I even amaze myself. Thanks for that saying, Hitler. Hope you don't get mad at me for that. Again, you're probably not watching because you're an awesome LP and I'm a shitty one. Also, you tend to own Minecraft, I think. I've not watched Hypnotoad in a while, but you guys should check him out. He's pretty awesome. And, yeah. So, you know, there's that. But, yeah, my computer's too crappy to even handle Minecraft, let alone Minecraft and Camtasia simultaneously. I think that I have all of the kinstones I need. Yep, Shona Hoss. Yeah. Now, where am I and how can I get to where I need to be? I am here. In order to be down there, I need to do... not that, I need to do this. Yes. Yeah, this part of the game, it always confuses me a bit, just because this place is like a bloody maze, you know? Which is kind of cool, I mean, like, it's very, jungly, I suppose, like swampy, jungly kind of stuff. Let's view some kinstones, bro. Yeah. I'm kinda hungry. Last night we had the best fish and chips in the world. Yeah, we made them ourselves. My dad, he made some beer batter. Well, I made some beer batter using like this packet we have. I don't know the brand name, and I'm not fancy getting up to go read it out to you guys. But suffice it to say, it's like this powder, and you add water or beer to it, depending on whether you want it to be beer batter or just gross water batter. And we wanted it to be beer batter. There we go. So, so yeah, we threw that together, and my dad deep fried them, and he deep fried some fries, and then we all felt really gross and greasy because we ate so much. And yeah, so that was pretty tasty. Homemade fish and chips. The chips were a little bit soggy because we had to leave them in the oven. Otherwise, they would have, you know, gotten cold. And cold chips are worse than soggy chips. Come on. Thank you. Yes, another kinstone. What else can I talk about? No! Ah! Ugh. That scared the piss out of me. No, not really, but when I was a kid, that really did scare the piss out of me. That was terrifying when that happened to me as a kid. I don't know, as a kid, Armless Knight's always really frightened me. I don't know why. Maybe you guys can shed some light on, like, you know, child psychology, all that cow. But, whatever. Oh, hello, Mr. Guy. Yep, I kinda knew that, because you told me that like a million years ago back when I was first playing, so it did help. Where was I? I forget where I was, but that's okay because I always lose my train of thought. Yeah. Oh yeah, right now I'm doing a chemistry course in my school. It's pretty fun, I have to say that. But at the same time, I don't know, it's just, right now I'm in this really boring unit where we're studying the basic unit of chemistry, the mole, which is kind of hard to define in words, I suppose. Basically, one mole contains 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd atoms of a given substance. So, that number seems kind of arbitrary at first, certainly, but when you get down to it, it's actually kind of interesting because one mole of a substance, like just one substance, like say I had a mole of magnesium, one mole of that substance would be equivalent to, one mole of magnesium would be equal to the atomic weight of magnesium, just because of the way the number works. So in grams, get the atomic mass of magnesium. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna pause to figure that out, just because, god damn it, now I want to know. Computer, why are you so slow? Okay, there we go. So yeah, one mole of magnesium would weigh 24.3 approximately grams. So yeah, that's an interesting tidbit of information that I'm willing to bet that no one cares about. How do I do what I need to be doing right now? I need to be over there. And it's looking like it's not going to be possible. Okay. I need to find out why that's not possible. Ooh, there's an idea. Does that work? Yeah, it will work. Okay. So let's go ahead and reset that grass. Because I need to read this. Oh, how do? Really? How do? Oh! Okay. 50. So yeah, chemistry. It's fun, but the unit I'm doing is kind of boring. Just because I wouldn't say I'm bad at math, but I don't quite care for math, you know what I mean? Come on, Libra, I know you're down there. Okay, not... God, where was I? Right. So I'm not bad at math, but I just don't like it. I find it really boring, even though I know very well that I can apply it, you know? So that's something that's kind of been the bane of my existence for a little while, to be honest. But recently I discovered the answers question in the back of my textbook, so if I become like some kind of high-end super doctor who prescribes medications, please forgive me if I don't prescribe the right amount. Because I have been cheating. I'm not going to become a doctor. I'm going into pyrotechnic chemistry, which probably actually relies even more on... Oh, okay. Which probably relies even more on knowing the mass of something, but I've been blowing shit up for quite some time, I think. And I think I probably have explosions fairly down. Now everyone is terrified to buy fireworks from me when I get older. That's okay. You guys don't need to buy fireworks from me. But, yeah, I might also go into demolition. That requires a lot of math. The problem I'm having is that there's not many jobs that you can do that, that can let you blow shit up, but you don't have to use math, you know? Like, I could join the military, but I disagree with the military. I'll leave it at that. I don't like the military, and I'm sure the military probably wouldn't like me all that much either. But I don't know anything else I could do where I'd be allowed to blow shit up, but not have to do math, you know? But, you know, short of things that are both illegal and immoral, like terrorism and blowing shit up as a hobby. Well, blowing shit up as a hobby is less immoral than being a terrorist, I think. And frankly, in that circumstance, I don't think I would care all that much about whether or not the law said it was okay, you know? And I probably am gonna blow shit up as a hobby anyways, but I realize now I've said too much and have incriminated my future self in crimes against the shit that I'm about to blow up when I'm older. Never mind the crazy man behind the video let's play. There we are. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have some of those fish and chips I was telling you guys about before, because I'm a little bit hungry. Also, I should have had some water before I started recording, because my voice is getting dry. Got this part. There we are. So, what I need to do is not have to fight those bastards, so I can turn that guy off before he gets to where he needs to go. I got 100 rupees, how exciting! Ah, now my wallet's full. Jeez, thanks. Thanks, 100 rupees. What can you do? Punchinella, Punchinella. So, I feel a little bit bad about that, actually. When I was in grade 2, there was this girl in our class, and her name was, Manuela, I think? Something like that. And, you know, I didn't really like her. I still don't care for her all that much, but, you know, whatever. It's not up to me to decide who's an okay person to hang out with and who's not. But, in any event, I wasn't terribly fond of her, and I'm sure she wasn't terribly fond of me. In fact, we fought quite a bit and were desk partners. But, in any event, they sang us they got us singing a song, because, you know, it's grade 2, about, I don't know if you guys have heard this song before, Punchinella, something like that, I don't know, something about Punchinella at the zoo. Anyway, so, being in grade 2, everyone's like, Punchinella sounds like Punch Manuela, and then they began singing that instead, but not actually Punch. So, but, anyway, so the teacher was not too pleased with us. Actually, grade 2, I got in trouble once for saying manure, and it's kind of a funny story. You know, manure means like poo, right? Often in the context of cows. Well, there was a girl in our class named Sasha Newer, and I said, it smells like manure outside, because, you know, being in grade 2, I wanted to use big words and sound smarter than everyone else, because that's how grade 2 students are, right? Well, she either misheard me or didn't know what manure meant. She was like, oh, he's making fun of my name. And so I ended up getting in trouble, and I tried to explain it to the teacher, but she wasn't listening. You know how teachers get when they're all being defensive of people who deserve defense. God. Oh, that's what it's called, Fortress of the Winds. This place is kind of cool. It's... I don't know, me and this dungeon, it's like a love-hate relationship. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and save by pressing Shift F1. I'm going to back it up to Shift F5. And I shouldn't have overwritten State 1. So crap, hopefully this recording doesn't go RE or something like that. But anyways, talk to you guys. I'm not going to use that. Oh, never mind, I can use that save. Use the battery save too, because Shift F2. Yeah, I have another backup state save to F2. There we are. Okay, so I think it's F10 to stop recording. Cheers.